Ladies and gents, welcome in. This is the big one. England and Argentina today. It feels like the whole country is rocked up of England. There's a wall of white around this stadium. There's ferocity and no love lost between the fans, either booing each other's national anthems. This one you know is gonna be massive. Leo Messi, Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham. Some of the biggest names in world football going toe-to-toe in this one here. And obviously history between these two sides as well. It's going to have a lot of feeling in it. As we have a look at both sides getting themselves ready, let's have a look at the starting 11. So for England first, Jordan Pickford, of course, starting goal. Had a very, very solid tournament himself. Reece James is the right back. John Stones and Mark Gahey at centre-half. The change comes with Jed Spence into the side at left-back after his incredible performances off the bench. Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice still fit enough to start in midfield. Anthony Gordon continues on the left. He's made that spot his own with 3 assists. Jude Bellingham in the 10. Morgan Rogers comes in as one of the changers on the right. And of course, Harry Kane with 6 goals leads the line. And for Argentina, Emi Martinez in goal. Molina, the right back. Tagliafico continues as a left back. Lisandro Martinez and Christian Romero at the back have been unreal this tournament so far. Giuliano Simeone comes into the side alongside Paredes, McAllister and Enzo Fernandez in midfield. And up top is Julian Alvarez and Leo Messi. On the bench, for these two sides, you got Dan Burn, Ezri Konsa, Nico O'Reilly, Eberechi, Eza, Saka, Rashford, Madueke as options down there. For Argentina, Medina, Montiel, Senesi, Otamendi, Lo Celso, Gonzalez, Paz, De Paul, Almada, and Lautaro Martinez. Of the England substitutes, you've only got 1 goal there in Marcus Rashford for Argentina. They've got 3 goals sitting on their bench so far at this World Cup tournament. And the stat is that England have not scored or had someone score a goal outside of Marcus Rashford. And obviously Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, who scored 6 apiece. Argentina know this situation. England trying to conquer unknown territory. Haven't been to a World Cup final since 66. Haven't won a World Cup since 66. They're going to have to go through one of the greats to go and do so. These thousands of fans that have travelled to Atlanta believe. The biggest names in world football here facing off. One of the historic sides versus arguably the most influential side in world football in England. The countdown is on here from Atlanta. Everyone's packed into this dome. And we are underway here from Atlanta. Argentina in their change strip, the black and the blue from right to left. England, of course, in their traditional white strip from left to right. It is no love lost in these two sides. Must not remember the hand of God in Mexico. Maradona's incredible solo effort in 86. It's got a bit of everything about this one here. The first time Leo Messi's ever faced off against England. John Stones, he stays in the side after his very, very solid display versus Norway last time out. Declan Rice in there as well. Elliot Anderson, that'll be an important midfield battle. And I kept saying that Declan Rice, haven't seen the best of him. Same as Pedri. These two players are so vital. Up there in the top 10 players in the world. But they haven't shown that ability yet. And Declan Rice, fair enough, it's been a long and taxing season. Premier League champion, Champions League final. We've just seen those late challenges going from Argentina. They are the far inferior side in terms of quality. And they're going to have to go to this dark arts at times. We know that. The American referee has to have his wits about him here today. Ball for Pickford. Looking for Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side. Awaiting his official start at Football Club Barcelona in a week or so's time after this World Cup has wrapped. Again, pressing Argentina high up the pitch. Alessandro Martinez. Fico looked to squeeze one through there, but Reece James in the starting 11 getting a foot on that. Messi turned out of trouble. Doesn't get the foul. And that's a late challenge from Enzo Fernandez. Jude Bellingham doesn't like it. We've already seen the tensions rise. And it's already boiling over. Bellingham, Romero, Martinez all in there. Some big names and big egos out there. No one's going to take a backward step here. Players like Paredes in there. Not the quality of some of the players out there. They're there to disrupt. They're there to put others off their game. Enzo Fernandez, they're laying one in. Lydian Anderson and his English teammates came in to help out. And that's going to be a big role for Lydian Anderson today. So quite a jack to keep Messi quiet. He was a bit of a passenger in that match versus Switzerland. Thomas Tuchel already making it clear to Reece James the structures and the styles of play he wants. He was very, very firm in his message post that Norway game. He thought his team was poor. He thought they got lucky. He won a strong display here versus Argentinian outfit. Okay. John Stones, who is still waiting to find out where he's going to join this summer after leaving Manchester City. And more importantly for England, he is, touch wood, kept himself relatively fit. He's able to start back-to-back games here, which was huge for them. And it's quite clearly their best centre-half when available. Jed Spence, getting away from Giuliano Simeone. Oh, a little nutmeg, Jed Spence. Oh, great run there. Got a foot in, though, Christian Romero. And that's a exciting sign for England fans. If Jed Spence can get going like that down that left-hand channel, well, there's a massive threat. Messi trying to press Mark Gay. Safety back to Jordan Pickford. Already, though, both teams pressing. Both teams putting challenges in. Not taking a backward step early. The comforts of the Atalanta Dome. Reece James gave it away, though, to McAllister. And Anderson well in on Julian Alvarez to put him off his play. And Anderson just puts that ball out of play under the press of the Argentinian side. I think for England, they got to see it out because Argentina can't press for that long. There's that reason why Giuliano Simeone has been introduced into the side, a little bit fresher legs, but McAllister, Paredes, they don't really have those sort of legs to press for 90 minutes. Jed Spence, fantastic again on Simeone. And you see the England fans getting excited. Elliot Anderson fouled again. His quality will be vital in midfield, keeping the ball for this Argentinian side to continue to foul. I'm interested to see what the referee has in terms of his leniency for cards. It'd be interesting if he releases one in the first sort of 30 minutes here. Change the outlook for this Argentinian side. There's Pickford now. Launches one forward. Set to task of Morgan Rogers into the starting 11 today. It's a great take for him to get at Tagliafico. Rogers puts one in there. McAllister behind. And the first corner kick goes the way of England. No Saka today, no Rashford. No matter where they've gone with probably their best creative, Thomas Tuchel in England. Rodgers in an unfamiliar position on the right. They've Gordon on the left with his 3 assists. Of course, Jude Bellingham plays at the 10. Now, a Declan Rice corner kick is basically a spot kick. It's Rice without swing. Headed away. Grappling fest on the edge of the box there. Spence in on Messi beautifully. Gahey away from his challenge there, but the referee's caught a foul. A lot of grappling, a lot of grabbing in the box. It's going to be a lot of watching by VAR today, you feel. Ball with Christian Romero now. So an all-European matchup yesterday, we saw that qualities of both sides on display, a real fairly played match. I think we're going to get that here today. It's going to be out of the dark arts from Argentina. It'll be physicality by England. See there, a foul by Reece James. And the referee, as I said, is going to have his wits about him. Because there'll be all these challenges. Like we see there, Reece James and Tagliafico. A lot of that all over the park. There he is, Leon Anderson really tight on Leo Messi. Not letting him get an inch. Romero now. Leon Anderson does really well there. Shield the ball. Another foul by Simeone, being overzealous again. He's already had a massive part to play, Anderson, in the early going here. Challenge goes flying into Harry Kane. He's back up. And Anderson on Fernandes. To get the ball through the midfield is going to take a whole lot of quality today. It's going to be challenges flying in a plenty. It's a loose pass from McAllister and a play. To the joy of the English fans. Who, I just saw an earlier interview that was made in, March time at Liverpool, where he was asked about the potential World Cup winners and didn't mention England. So he's not England's biggest fan, and neither are the English fans pretty big on Alexis McAllister. They'll have no love lost there either. By far, though, England have looked the better of the two sides in the early moments. Martinez now doesn't have much available, so it looks long in the Julian Alvarez direction, and John Stones is in there to head away. Christian Romero shows too much of that to Elliot Anderson, who again is in strong and has Genta brought to ground. The referee's not caught a foul, though. Morgan Rogers now. A bit of a moment. Anderson's asking for the foul. And Tuchel cannot believe it. I thought Elliot Anderson was tripped. No, that's got the ball. Enzo Fernandez. And the two of them. going to get at least 5 or 6 cards in this one. I cannot imagine a game where of this physicality and this rough stuff where you're not going to get a yellow card in the first half and you're going to get a truckload in the second half. The referee needs to have eyes at the back of his head, it feels like, for this one. As you do for all Argentinian games, they just have a way of just getting things done in a bit of a cheeky way. Enzo Fernandez with a bit of space in midfield now. Messi tripped. England fans let him know about that. Christian Romero. A lot of these players obviously applying their trade in England. Romero, Martinez, McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alvarez once did as well. I know about the hostilities of an English crowd. Messi on the outside of the boot. Juliano Simeone's offside. Linesman straight away flagging that one. Pick a little hip and shoulder on the way through. He'll want to get involved 100%. He's a man who loves a bit of a scruffle. So, spot fires everywhere. We've barely played 15 minutes. He knew this was going to be this sort of game. It was going to be argy-bargy everywhere. It was going to be a game that the quality would take time to rise. Oh, another great touch around the corner by Jed Spence. And Gordon's in behind. Jed Spence in the underlap. Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon still. Anthony Gordon. Enzo Fernandez gets back to defend. And McAllister comes away with it. Juliano Simeone now. Messi, McAllister. Back with McAllister. Beautiful one-touch stuff in there. Crossfield pass. James tries to take it down his chest. Alvarez nicks it off his chest. Enzo looking for Messi. He's overhit. Tagliafico. All of a sudden it's end-to-end. Chance for the football to be played rather than just fights out there. Paredes. Enzo, Paredes. Little dink ball looking for Messi in behind. Okay, he gets there. So now with Paredes. Been heavily involved in the off-the-ball drama already. Messi crowded out and gave it away. Bellingham gets forward. Big challenge in by Paredes. He lets him know about it on the way through as well. McAllister, Messi. He's crowded out. Another great challenge from Jed Spence. Welcome to the Jed Spence Penitentiary. Leo Messi. And a foul, Anthony Gordon. Good start on that left-hand side for England. Jed Spence and Anthony Gordon have looked bright. Very direct. Paredes lets Bellingham know. He just laughs it off. This is where players of Real Madrid stature like Jude Bellingham will not be fazed by the situation. If your own fans can boo you and abuse you, I think you can deal with players on the park having a go at you. The benefit of playing for massive clubs, and every player in this English side is playing for or signed now for a massive club. Gay and Stones of Manchester City, Chelsea and Reece James, Jed Spence of Tottenham Hotspur, Gordon now Football Club Barcelona, Bellingham of Real Madrid, Kane of Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Rice. They know what the pressure's all about. They know what the big stage is all about as well. Reece James goes centrally here. Bellingham Back for James. Away from the challengers. Jed Spence. Oh, another nutmeg on Jed Spence. Enzo Fernandez wins a goal kick there, but he has looked really, really bright in the early passages here. Spence. They're going to have their hands busy on that far side. Tagliafico had his pass broken up by Rice. Pretty obvious from the early going, though. There's not been much court to give, and players like Jed Spence, that ability to skip past a few, in particular Elliot Anderson in tight spaces, and Jude Bellingham's strength to ride a challenge is going to be massive in this one. Morgan Rogers has had Tagliafico come to the back of him there. Tagliafico, they're winning the ball. Spence, now with Gordon. Bellingham. Gordon goes back to Mark Gay. The form of both these two sides has been absolutely to be idolised. England, 8 wins from their last 11 World Cup matches. Only 1 loss in that time there. Footwork from Morgan Rogers. Declan Rice wins a throw there. You look at the other side of things, and Lionel Scaloni and his Argentinian side, he's faced UEFA opponents 10 matches. Unbeaten all 10 of those matches. That's how you know that this side has the better of European opponents. Rogers to James and fizzes one in. Just too close to Emi Martinez. He makes a stop. But another moment there, England get the width. They're trying to work balls into the box. Sandro Martinez into Messi once again. Anderson is with him, and he's shown too much of it to Elliot Anderson there. And that is a massive battle that is being won right now by Elliot Anderson. He's doing what Granit Xhaka did a couple of nights ago. Whenever Messi has a chance to pick it up, he's seeing a body, and he's seeing a ferocious body of that. It's not any light effort. It's no standoff. Tagliafico puts that header Julian Alvarez. Alvarez floats one in there. Messi the chest down, looking for Fernandez. Anderson away. Messi with another header. He's offside though. Great defensive work there for England, keeping the line. Back on the way. We're only a minute or so away from that first quarter time break. And for both teams to cool off in that period there, but been bright from both sides. They both had their chances. There's a little chip pass around the corner. Molina. Anderson faces up Messi. Doesn't fancy having a go at Anderson. McAllister. It's been a fantastic tournament for Elliot Anderson. He's shown he's been worth every single penny since the tournament started. Obviously, big money move to Manchester City. Going to join Rodri. He's probably been another best midfielder of the tournament. Those two have been in a world of their own, it sort of feels like. Alvarez's cross is blocked there by Reece James, and that will head out of play. It's a scary sight for Premier League fans, seeing the former Rodri alongside the former Elliot Anderson in there. We know how good Ryan Shirky is in the number 10. That Man City midfielder is going to be something special. Romero to McAllister, who's allowed the time to take a touch. McAllister going down quite softly there. There's nothing in that. Free kick the way of Argentina then. Free kick which Messi will take. Messi goes short into the right-hand side where Giuliano Simeone is. Tries to fashion his way past Jed Spence, but never going to get past Spence there. Blocked behind though for a corner kick. Simeone and Pickford now going toe-to-toe in the box. There's two competitors going toe-to-toe there. Two guys they will not give any step back to the opposition. So Messi with in-swing to Pickford. And he's been fouled there. He's basically holding him. He's making it very obvious there, Simeone. And you're never going to get away with that. All the cameras that are on. Oh, there we go. Quarter time break. 0-0. Probably of the 25 minutes being 15 minutes of fighting and 10 minutes of actual football. But actual football has looked very, very vibrant. There's been chances to both ends. But 0-0 at our first break. Short break, guys. We'll be right back for the second period of the first half. So we make a return from the interval. Ooh. Hopefully that visuals will fix itself. Right. Alrighty. That fixes that issue. The body's clattering in. Give an Argentinian throw. Thomas Tuchel is going mental, and fair enough. How is that giving Argentina a throw? So everyone just keeps their cool for the moment. I mean, Martinez across to Christian Romero. The big stat for England, though, coming to this one that Argentina have had. 3 goals have been scored by them in 5 of their last 6 games here at this World Cup. They have managed to get the better of sides throughout the 90 or even through 120 minutes through the sheer amount of goals they've scored. I'll tell you what, a player that could be massive in this game is Jed Spence, because he won't buy into all this rubbish off the ball and the bickering, the arguing, the throwing of bodies around. He just keeps about himself, and sometimes that's the most fearful play you can face up against. Harry Kane dropping deep there to play that ball to Reece James, and knocked out a play by Tagliafico. Turns across to Anderson. And back to the left-hand side where Jed Spence is. Gordon. Bellingham. Spence. Gordon again. And somehow it's given a foul against Simeone. He's put Alvarez under all sorts of pressure. Bellingham looking to press high on Romero. Good pass through there by Julian Alvarez out of pressure, and he's worked well there in tight spaces, Paredes. Tagliafico. Argentina looking just to probe and push here and find a way through this side, and ball out of play. Still having these problems. Wow. Bellingham. And that's a foul, surely. Don't know what to do with this visual glitch. I don't know how to fix that. Watch this free kick and we'll try and get this fixed. This is not good. Declan Rice. With loft towards John Stones. Just couldn't hit on target. Just couldn't hit on target. Should hopefully hold it for the next few minutes at least. We'll get to half time. Reassess. Pickford long towards Jed Spence. A good flick on. Gordon looks to take it inside of Lisandro Martinez, who gets it away, but only out as far as James, who lost one in there towards Bellingham. Overhit for him. Simeone almost showed too much of that to Jed Spence. He's now running out of room down there, and Jed Spence done very well. Coming back, there was Enzo Fernandez. Couldn't get rid of it properly. Gordon can't fashion a shot. Bellingham. That's a lazy challenge for Molina. It's a good little period here for England. They've got momentum. They've got a scent of it now. That's just lazy, silly for Molina. That's what I've talked about throughout the tournament. There's no quality at fullback or out wide for Argentina. So Reece James to set this one in. Stones, Bellingham, Kane, Gahey. All the dangerous targets in there. This is when you just fizz in there and get someone on the rebound potentially. James, that's what he does. The rebound is there. Elliot Anderson. Bellingham fighting. Had the Fico away. Julian Alvarez one more. James repels it. Rice. Just showed too much of that to Julian Alvarez. And now Messi's away. But Jed Spence gets a toe in. So did Harry Kane. So did Anthony Gordon. He gets right of them all though. And Elliot Anderson clears it out. They all come in. And Lisandro Martinez is going to get a yellow card if he's not careful. Yep. Referee calming everything down. It's not really a yellow card, is it? He's got him. I don't know. I think with the game that's been played, I think that can slide. That's physicality of where the game's been played at. The referee's going to give yellows now. Everyone has to get a yellow card for the challengers. Messi goes short to Paredes. Despite everyone being up there, there's no ball that's been put in. Messi takes a strike on, well blocked. Long range effort. Oh! Not too far away. Not too far away. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, so well hit strike. Not too far away either. Battle there with Molina and Gordon. Molina wins that battle. We continue to see the seesawing nature of this one. After England, a good little 3 or 4 minute spell, Argentina come back with a good spell of their own. Romero with Paredes. England continue to force Argentina backwards, though. They've, I think, defended the spaces quite well. Argentina without transition of, we had a way to get through England yet. But you know, transition is going to be a part of this game. You know it's going to cause a problem at some point. Okay, he heads that down here. Declan Rice, he set an impossible task almost for Jed Spence that ends up winning that battle. Simeone rises. Messi meets 2. And Rice hooks away. Paredes again. Argentina having a good spell here to finish the half. Good possession of play. Argentina just trying to take the speed of the game down here. Try to get the tempo out. And allow their older heads just to catch their breath. Paredes, Molina. Messi. Players that won't be up for the tempo as much. Now Elliot Anderson's forced to have a standoffish type approach here to Leo Messi, and that could invite pressure. All of a sudden, England now all camped in within a 10-yard radius of each other. Enzo Fernandez. Simeone. Paredes into Messi. Bellingham as a Real Madrid Englishman who obviously want to get the better of Messi today. That is the arch rival. Rice gets a toe in. Fantastic win. England want to come away in the counter here. Rogers held up by Martinez. That's got to be a yellow card. And it will be for the centre half. There's a beautiful example of what England can do. They've got the athleticism, they've got the counter-attacking threat. Martinez forced into a yellow, and if he does that again, he'll be in a lot of trouble. Wide here, Jed Spence. Simeone out to meet him. It's been a fascinating battle in this first 45. Spence across this to the right-hand side where Reece James was. Given away by Morgan Rogers. Simeone making that run over the top, but into an offside position. So across to Molina. Messi. Well, won by Elliot Anderson again. And then found by Enzo Fernandez and played quickly to Bellingham. And away from Romero. And one back by Romero. Had a key focus on keeping Bellingham quiet. But he's nearly gotten away there. He's nearly freed off the shackles. Who's going to break the shackles first, Messi or Bellingham? That is the question. Both are seeing a plethora of bodies. Messi in the channel for Simeone. That's come off Simeone and out of play. Jed Spence with the throw. Throw by Kane, Anderson, Spence. With John Stones. Haven't seen much of England in terms of slow play possession. They've had a lot in transition. A lot with the up-tempo feel about it. There's a run from Bellingham. Task being set of him by Jed Spence, and Martinez can only get that ball away. That's what you want to see from Bellingham, those box-crashing runs in midfield, the late runs. Anderson. That's a fizzer. Just a little overhit for Reece James there. Tagliafico taking his time off for this throw. He's smart not pick the ball up, allowing his time to reset. Header won by Anderson, taken down by Bellingham. He's gone down the ground too easily there. And the Alvarez challenge. And lets it go, and Real rivalries recommencing out there. 3 minutes of stoppage time, so despite a lot of the stoppages, they're not going to let these guys play any longer. Kane couldn't wriggle away. Gordon to Rice. James back with Declan Rice. Now Elliot Anderson. Chance for a sustained English attack here. Sustained pressure and possession. Gahey. Kane on the spin. James trying to get away from Liverpool's Alexis McAllister. Rice wins that throw. Julian Alvarez. Anderson. With a lot of space in front of him, but no one there available. Rice. Reece James. To Declan Rice. Now with Rogers. Can they piece apart this Argentinian side? They were used to camping in. They've done a lot of defensive work this tournament. They score first and just park up. Rogers and Rice having a strong conversation. With Anderson. Another fizzer. Morgan Rogers was offside to receive it, so the end of that English run of possession. A chance for Argentina to finish off this half on the football. Argentina have had more of the ball. 56% possession. 2 shots, England have had 1. The XG, 0.05 for England, 0.03 for Argentina. It's been a cagey old game. A battle in there. Enzo Fernandez deemed to have gone down too easily there. Kane trying to thread one through to Rodgers. A high foot from Paredes. That should then wrap us up here for this first half. Unless Jed Spence going to have something to say about it here. Gordon. We're into borrowed time now. Our first half stoppages. Gordon. Floats one in there, took a nick. And that looks like it's going to be, yeah, it is going to be half time. So no time for the corner to be taken. A lot of talking with the referee by both sides here. It ends 0-0 at half time. Spot fires are plenty. Controversy are plenty. And no end product to talk about. Half-time break to come. Chant for Tuchel. Hans Cologne to have a chat with his sides. And this fiery encounter is yet to have any goal or any chance to talk about. It's 0-0 at the break. 10-minute break here before we come back for second half action in about 10 minutes' time. Alrighty, go time here for the second period. Both teams wandering back out, both teams ready for war again. It was a combative and physical and disruptive first period. 19 fouls, 3 shots. That was the stat to come out of half-time. It's going to take that to the half chance. And if you convert the half chance, you're probably going to end up winning this game. They've got the far better players ready from the bench. Talking about Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, Eberechi. Argentina do have Lautaro. They're on the bench and Nico Pats as well, but talking about game-changing type players. England have got them from the subs bench. England just need a little bit more possession, you feel like, in some of those dangerous spots. They're going to get the better of this Argentinian outfit. We are ready now to go for second half action in Atlanta. Maybe an indoor one, but it's spicy and fiery nonetheless. So Declan Rice in the centre circle. So the countdown's over. The second half is underway. England from right to left. Argentina from left to right. What's happened here? A retake going to happen here. So we're finally back underway. Second time's a charm. England from right to left. Argentina from left to right. Coleman the flicked on header. I think a massive improvement needed from Declan Rice and Harry Kane. Getting them more involved in this one here. Elliot Anderson's done a lot of the heavy lifting. So has Jed Spence and Anthony Gordon. I'll have to see more for Morgan Rogers as well. They're all going to be massive factors in this second period here. England will want ball possession in some of those dangerous areas like we saw at the end of the first half. That sort of in Argentina's half, possessing the football, causing them problems. That's what they'll want to see. Here is Romero. Simeone. Gordon pressing well here. So, no changes yet at half-time. We've got a pair of yellow cards, one to Elliot Anderson, one to Lisandro Martinez, but relatively quiet in that front considering some of the challenges and some of the battles that were going forth in that first period. Alvarez nicked it off as Jed Spence. Julian Alvarez! Pickford makes a save. An important save at that. And Rice got the bit of Messi there. But Alvarez picked it up. Julian Alvarez side netting. A corner kick's been given here. Surely that's not going to be kept as a corner kick. It's going to stand here. Must have taken a nick somewhere. And Messi goes short. Tagliafico back to Messi. Put back in there. Stones heads away. Sandro Martinez's header was loose. Gave possession to James. It's got to be offside surely against Leo Messi. And Bellingham getting in his way. It's great strength shown for Jude Bellingham. Messi is onside there. It's perfect there from Bellingham. Get his body between him and Messi. Keep Messi away from that football. Stones. Shove in the back there from Paredes on Rice, but the referee doesn't see anything untoward. Pickford releases that to the far side. Loose touch though by Enzo Fernandez. Gordon upended by Romero. Bellingham. Spence. This is dangerous. 1-1 versus Molina. Ball in there. No one was in there on the penalty spot to tap that one home. Jed Spence again though. Such a threat at both ends. Long character can win those tackles, and also today has shown his ability on the football. Rice wins that back. Gordon sets it back for Elliot Anderson. Now Stones. Okay, he can drive this one. Kane's dropped in towards centre circle and retrieve this one. Rice. Rogers. You see more of this guy in the second period. Morgan Rogers gets towards the bar line. Ball fizzed in along the ground, but once again, Alessandro Martinez is there in the way. Battle between Tagliafico and Rogers. Referee just lets them play. That's great pressing from Gordon, but Christian Romero with good feet to get past him. McAllister. Argentina just sorting themselves out here. Messi's ball broken up by Jed Spence. And up the line. It's going to work out for Jude Bellingham. And that's going to be a yellow card, surely. So both centre halves in yellow cards now. And that is the effect of Jude Bellingham driving. They are very, very fearful of this guy. Oh, gee, Romero. And that is tighter and tighter as you look at it. But again, the threat of the England transition, the threat of Jude Bellingham getting his head down and driving is almost driving the mental Argentina. So afraid of him getting his head down and getting ahead of steam. Gordon has been found out here. Jed Spencer's joining him. Chopping inside Gordon, finding Elliot Anderson. He's kept it well with that ball fizzed into him. And then goes back to Pickford. I think this is better for England. Keep the ball. Force Argentina to chase. Force them to commit fouls and get more plays in the book. Jed Spencer's copped an elbow to the eye there. Somehow Argentina have ended up with the football there. I thought that was a foul on Jed Spence, but Not according to the referee. Alessandro Martinez into Julian Alvarez on the turn. Molina. Simeone. Messi. This looks dangerous for Argentina with Enzo. Now it's Simeone Molina. That's a fizzed-in ball. Not fully dealt with by Jude. Gordon eventually gets rid of it. Paredes is there. It's going to be repelled and come back ferociously by Argentina. Paredes. Enzo. Just pushing and probing here. Argentina. Paredes, I don't know what he's trying there. Pickford now. And with James into Harry Kane. He's dropped into his number 6 role. Rodgers with that forward run. Broken up by Tagliafico. Found Rodgers by Rice and Gordon! England take the lead! The 3 Lions are roaring! And England have the ascendancy. Out to the half-time. What a ball. Into the box by Rodgers and tapped home with the back stick by the glorious Gordon. And Argentina on the back foot. England play the better football. They've had the better intent. And their quality has come to the forefront. What's a move from back to front. Harry Kane drops in. And he plays the ball at the top to Morgan Rodgers. It's inch perfect almost. Tagliafico, to be fair, gets a foot in. Declan Rice follows it in. This is what England can do. When they're in transition, they've posed a threat. But a Molina again, I've said it time and time again, he's not good enough for this level. He's caught flat-footed. And around the back comes Anthony Gordon. That's why he's got his move to Football Club Barcelona. He's a goal threat. And storming in, winger to winger. Cross from Rodgers, tapped home by Gordon. And that is a scintillating English move. Back to front, in a flash. And from one end to the next. And in the minute, they were defending. The next, they're celebrating. And the 3 Lions are roaring, and they're purring now. And Argentina have to chase the game, and that's what England would have wanted. Because Argentina are happy to sit in the shade. They're happy to be disruptive and stop the game and play the off-field stuff. But when the ball's in play, England are far the better side. And they've shown it there. Anthony Gordon giving England a lead. The first time they've done that in a while in a knockout game. They've played so many games from behind. And they take the lead here in Atlanta. What a goal that was. Anthony Gordon adds to his 3 assists with a goal here. His first at a FIFA World Cup finals. What a couple of weeks he's had. From the move to Barcelona to earning his start here for England. And adding to his triple of assists with a goal of his own. Oh, it's a loose from Alessandro Martinez and Rodgers picked up on it. A chance for 2 in quick time. Oh, I thought Bellingham's going to pick up on the scraps there. Harry Kane left it behind. But Argentina look a little bit frazzled and rattled right now. Oh, a chance for an equaliser here with Simeone. What a challenge from Jet Spence. That's incredible. And celebrates it like a goal. What an effort from Jet Spence. Welcome to the penitentiary, Simeone. Wow. He was through for all money. A sensational Spence sliding challenge. This game has come alive. And this place is about to explode, you feel. Messi with a short corner. Harry Kane heads away. Now England have half an hour to defend. McAllister, Messi. Gordon there with him, Bellingham over to meet number 10. Sandro Martinez almost had a heart and mouth moment there, giving the ball away to Rodgers straight after conceding. Both teams want to settle. England after that goal to just get their breath back, set the shape up. Argentina to get in the football and cause some problems for England. Floated ball in there. And Pickford's been cleaned out by Romero. Chance for England now to embrace some of the dark arts. What a ball from Rodgers. Gets his head up and just puts into that dangerous channel. Always between the goalkeeper and that back line, around that 6-yard box is the most dangerous spot you can put a football. And that's where Rodgers put it, and Gordon did the rest. England's second attempt, their first on target, is the one that finds the back of the net. Pickford to Gahey, to Jed Spence. Simeone got it there ahead of him and won the ball back and gave it to Messi. And Messi, Gahey sat down. Anderson in again. He's been there all day long. McAllister. Got a little nutmeg. Came to Kane. Under pressure, Harry Kane. Just got rid of it. England to re-establish their control here. Paredes to Tagliafico. Back to Paredes. Simeone. Dinks one in there. John Stones got the first contact. It flicked it on where Tagliafico could go and collect. Enzo Fernandez. Molina. Now Simeone. England better now in their shape. Holding that structure. Nice and compact here. 4 at the back. The 2 deep lying players and then 4 in front of that to 4-2-4 shape. And that's wild for Enzo Fernandez. He really had a wild game. He really hasn't shown his quality at all. England would love that though. Long range efforts. Balls that aren't any sort of problem for Jordan Pickford in goal. Molina back to Emi Martinez in goal. Tagliafico, Paredes, he's just lost his control over this one. Had his foot on it in the first half and hasn't had it here in the second. Messi on the halfway line. Messi past Bellingham. Messi gets it back. Enzo, Tagliafico. Sandro Martinez. McAllister. England just camped down the edge of their own area here. Stone gets a foot in and gets rid of it. England are all camped in here. Anderson at times is joining in that back line. Right now it's Morgan Rogers as the right wing back and Reece James has become a right centre half. They're sitting in 5 now behind the football. 5. 3 in front of that, then 2 in front of that. It's a 5-3-2. It'll take a lot for Argentina to break this down. England are so hard to break down regularly, but with this current shape they're in, it's going to take even more effort, even more technical ability to find a way through. And this is where you think Dan Burn, or you think a more defensive sound Ezri Konza maybe comes on as well. Elliot Anderson again winning that from Messi. Rice following in. Spence just hooks up. Reece James winning the header. Tapped down by Rogers to Kane. And Kane tries to free up Morgan Rogers. Sandro Martinez though across. As much as Argentina may have a lot of possession now, they're going to have to be very wary to the England counter. Kane and Bellingham hitting those balls from deep. Spence again in to win against Giuliano Simeone, and then ball goes out of play. Argentinian throw. He wasn't happy where the throw was being taken. Gonzalez coming on. There's an attacker on for a defensive midfielder now. So Enzo and McAllister in there. It's going to be Gonzalez on the left to help accompany Julian Alvarez and Leo Messi up top. Simeone. McAllister. Enzo. To the edge where Messi is. Looks at dink one towards the back post. Nico Gonzalez. Almost the instant impact there from him. Headed away though from Julian Alvarez by Reece James. It's going to be an England goal kick. Tagliafico getting in there, but John Stones. Defensive header. This is where the experience of John Stones comes into it. Nico Riley, Ezri Konza, Dan Burn. All those big options defensively that England can reinforce themselves with from the bench. Okay, time to take a touch, which is rare in this matchup, and then turn away from Simeone, Bellingham, Spence. The onus is on Argentina to attack, not England, but gee, would a two-goal cushion be delightful. There's a run at the back post where Reece James has now been found. Edge of the area. Declan Rice will hit one. Ooh. That took an important stop there. So maybe Martinez. Enzo Fernandez has gone down. There's all ball there from Rice. Harry Kane can line one up. It's taken a block. Martinez can come and claim another one. Chances for England, though, will open up the space on the far side. That was a great run from Reece James. Don't know how much longer those fullbacks are going to be allowed to make that ongoing run and that forward run. Messi met by Elliot Anderson once again. Feeds went out to Reece James. Sorry, Nico Gonzalez, where Reece James was defending. Declan Rice hooks it ball away. As Tuchel looks to his defensive option from the bench. And Declan Rice looks fatigued. The problem for Thomas Tuchel is no Jordan Henderson, hasn't trusted Kobbie Mainoo. Great Argentinian there, Zanetti in the crowd. Can't swing up from Messi. Cleared away by committee there from England. Enzo Fernandez. Simeone squeezes one through to Tagliafico. Blocked again by Anderson. Probably man of the match so far. Absolutely everywhere for England. Argentina far the shorter of the two sides. So England will believe with the size they've got, they should be able to win these aerial duels. And again, Pickford punches, and again, Gordon clears. Harry Kane first to press up onto Molina. Trying to repel this Argentinian response. Messi's ball in. Oh, what a save from Pickford. Had to get down and make a very, very important stop. England's number one again. What a save from Pickford. The best way to beat a very tall side is get delivery like that from Messi. Gonzalez getting in there ahead of Gay. But Pickford clawing one out. And on demand, he asked for a drinks break. He's going to get one. So England lead 1-0. And we've got our three-quarter time interval for a hydration break. It's England, thanks to Anthony Gordon, who are in the lead here versus Argentina. They have to chase it in the final 20 minutes when we come back. England 1, Argentina 0. Alrighty, so we're here for the final portion of this matchup. Ezri Konsa has come on for Anthony Gordon as England go and shore up that back five. And there'll be a triple substitution here for Argentina. Otamendi, Montiel and De Paul. Strange moves. So centre half or fullback and a defensive-minded midfield player coming on. Jordan Pickford will send this one up the pitch. Bellingham is. How they won there by Romero. So Montiel into right back. Ahead of Molina. Romero will be accompanied by Otamendi now with Lisandro Martinez making way. And De Paul on the right-hand side here as Simeone has come off. So An Argentinian throw on this right-hand side for them. Montiel will take it. The World Cup winner. The winning penalty last time around. Might not get that chance to do so again here because England right now are in the ascendancy. Montiel throw. Messi's been found. Jed Spence shields that perfectly. England have another throw. Bellingham tried to hold that ball up, but in the end lost out. Enzo Fernandez coming away with it. Alvarez. Gonzalez in front of him. Tagliafico on the outside of him. They end up going inside DePaul. Messi. Plays through to Montiel. Straight off the bench. Montiel stands one up. And Reece James got a toe in and got rid of it. DePaul. Fresh legs now for Argentina. Not necessarily attackers, but players that can facilitate the attacking play. Montiel. To DePaul. England with a plethora of numbers behind it now. Back five on display for them. Reece James actually got a right wing back and Konza's gone a right centre half. So they didn't do what they did last time and have Konza as the right wing back. They've got him as the right sided centre half here. Fernandez out to Otamendi. Can the veteran produce something of note for Argentina? Fernandez. The ball floats one in there. What a ball! Oh, upright. McCullers hit the upright. And England can breathe a massive sigh of relief. Oh. Devilish delivery. And close for McAllister. Montiel, another cross comes in. England should be doing better with these. As I said, they're the far superior side in terms of height. Some of these deliveries, though, have been good. Julian Alvarez. DePaul demanding it. Gets it. Montiel. These two have got a lot of touches already since coming on. DePaul. Another cross. Oh. And McAllister's head up. Wow. Another close-headed chance for Alexis McAllister. I saw him score a fabulous header from a corner kick in their win versus the Swiss. Almost got another one there. Look at the width from DePaul, though. It's that pace that creates it. Inches away. Argentina. England are committed to sitting in. They're committed to holding on here. That's the bed they've made. They're going to sleep in it. Can they ride out the last 14 minutes plus? You'd think at least 7 of stoppages. Messi, DePaul, Montiel. Enzo. Messi's come central now. Deep ball. Gonzalez. Oh. Wow. Another header. Goes narrowly wide. Flag up in the end, though. Is he off? He's on, to be honest. I think he's on there. That's a big chance missed. Got to get that on target if you're Gonzalez. England need to get their foot in the ball here just for 5 or 10 minutes. Argentina once again, since going behind, have come alive. Great challenge by Ezri Konza. Came there ahead of Nico Gonzalez. Fernandez across to Romero, now with Messi. He's just fallen the ground there. Rogers too strong. And a chance for England on the counter-attack. Bellingham, Kane, Rogers. Rice trailing it. Morgan Rogers. Shot blocked. And Anderson gets there. Only keep it in play to Rodrigo de Paul. England straight the counter. There to be seen. I wonder if they go with Kobe Mainey right now. Declan Rice looking leggy. Do they bring on Dan Burn and put Reece James into midfield potentially? Messi, Romero. Messi again. Too much space for him to pick his spot here. Get his eyes up and pick a pass. Got to be tighter for England. Kane with him. That's wasteful for Messi. Let's force Argentina back there with Enzo Fernandez. And he'll go all the way back to Emi Martinez and go. So 80 down now for England. 10 to go. 10 nerve-jangling minutes for them. Julian Alvarez. Lost one out to Montiel. To Paul. Enzo Fernandez. Anderson all over Messi. Tagliafico. Great ball in there. Hooked back in. That's got to be a high foot, surely. Found the end given on Harry Kane. England holding solid, holding strong. Argentina keep swinging the changes. Hurtado coming on. Tagliafico making way. Just feel this is a Dan Burn type situation. This is why they brought him for these type of moments. Reece James has gone down here. Maybe one of these defensive actions. He's picked up a knock. Tagliafico makes his way around. Reece James is struggling. So Nico O'Reilly has readied himself. And he will come on. And Dan Burn as well. So here comes the big fella. Listen to the reception for Dan Burn. O'Reilly and Burn. Jet Spence stays at left back, it looks like. Looks like Nico O'Reilly will go into midfield. Good move there. Declan Rice looking like he was running through a quicksand out there. So O'Reilly has gone into midfield. It's going to be Harry Kane up top with O'Reilly and Bellingham behind him. And Anderson as well with Rogers. So it's a four. It's a flat four and then five behind that. Ezri Konza right back. Stones, Gahey, Burn centre half. Spence left back. So Nico O'Reilly's position when he was a kid, a winger. That's where he's going to be playing. Here's Enzo Fernandez now. Every England player camped in their box. DePaul tries a long-range effort. Blocked by O'Reilly. He'll chase this one in. And got there to get a block of Messi's pass. And listen to the roar from all those England fans. They continue to hold out here. Gordon's 55th minute goal. That right now is the difference. DePaul. Out to Messi on this right-hand side. A floater in there, overhit. And a mistake there from Leo Messi. Pickford given the hurry up. Nico right as well. That's got to be an England throw. No. And the Greek freak taking it in. Otamendi, driving run. Nico Gonzalez now. Alvarez dropped a little bit deep. Enzo Fernandez fancies a long one. And Pickford at the tip over. And he wants his team to get up. He wants his team to close the spaces. Enzo Fernandez. Pickford has to always tap that one over, even if it was going to go over the bar. Another short, messy corner. Chance to get Spence backpedaling. Enzo again. Oh, Enzo! It's a belter! And Enzo Fernandez from outside the box has rocketed Argentina level. It's a special finish. And has brought Argentina back from nowhere. And they've fought back very, very well since conceding. And an Enzo rocket to draw Argentina level. Another one of those short work corners. Or is Messi offside? Or Messi could be offside here in the build-up. But against him, they send two his way. Enzo with space on the edge. And that stays hit. That is a very, very well-hit ball. And Pickford has nothing to do about that. That's one of those ones where there's too much power on it. But could we see this overturned for Messi being offside? It's got a count, looks like. So we're going to have to go again. They find a way this side. They continue to find a way. As it currently stands, they're going to an extra 30. So Pickford long. It's interesting now, these two teams, the way they're set up. Argentina have about 3 centre forwards on and 6 attackers. England have 5 defenders and 5 centre halves on. So if this game goes to extra time, it'll be interesting to see the changes and the adjustments these two sides make. And the noise lifts from the Argentina fans. They've got the momentum now. This could be the problem about sitting in, about trying to hold on, is because you lose all your momentum, all your style, all your control. That's what England have given up here, and Argentina have taken it by the scruff of the neck. Enzo. Messi. Another ball in there. Stones got rid of it. And there's a player down in the box. John Stones down there, holding his head. Bit of worry for John Stones. He headed the ball. I don't think anyone actually collected him. It's not a good look if that's what's causing him to be uneasy on his feet. I don't think Jordan Pickford's ever getting to that shot there. That is precision and power from Enzo Fernandez. Seems to always turn up for Argentina. He's always do it for them in the big occasions. So 9 minutes to be added on. John Stones will have to have his minute off. Taking a lot of sting out of it now, John Stones, if he meant that deliberately or if there is a serious problem here. She's back on almost straight away. Back in that centre-half position. Argentina have to push for 8.5 minutes. England have to hold for 8.5 minutes. And just seek the salvation of extra time. Spence. Pass ended up squeezing its way to Harry Kane. Jude Bellingham. Should have the beating of pace for these two. Montiel won that ball back and let Bellingham know all about it. Fresh legs making the impact here for Argentina. Gonzalez. Enzo Fernandez. Oh, to McAllister, edge of the area. McAllister! Oh, the upright. Oh. He's been denied by the other post now, McAllister. Messi. Stands one in there. It's 2-1! Argentina turns it around. I can't believe it. Lautaro Martinez heads it home. And they're going to do it again, aren't they? They just have a way of doing this, Argentina. It's pandemonium in Atlanta. The emotion outpours. They were going home. They were out. And 2 goals in about 10 minutes in England have been hit the killer blow. And the champions have done it again. You just can't stop this team. Oh, McAllister should have scored here. It comes off the upright, but Messi fights. Jed Spence gets there first, but he gets the second ball. And no one's able to go out and close him. And once he gets to the bar line and stands one up, it's Lautaro Martinez in between John Stones and Ezri Konsa. And he has the easiest of goals to score there. Just nods at home. And that is bread and butter for him. Totally unmarked in the box. England got to be better than that. And they were 10 minutes away from winning it. Now England are trailing. The magic of Messi, the magic of Argentina, the passion of the champions. And England once again are faltering under the bright lights of a semi-final. It's 2018 all over again. And the tears of joy from those Argentina fans. They cannot believe what they're seeing. Enzo in the 86th. Lautaro in the 92nd. And this game and this script being flipped on its head. There's something about Argentina chasing a game in the 80th minute. They just find a way consistently. So the Paul gets a yellow card. Something happened there. Off the plate. So England have to chase it now. They've got about 6 minutes to go after this. They went defensive. They went pragmatic. They rode their luck early. And now it's come back to bite them. Kane. Cross in blocked. England throw. And Dan Burn has become almost a centre-half now with his size. Can the Premier League long throw make an impact here for England in this World Cup match? We'll come again with another long throw. Ezri Konsa. Rashford and Tony ready themselves. It is kitchen sink time now for England. Konsa again, long throw. Can we get a flick at the near post? No. Rodgers. Ball in by Konsa. Gonzalez heads away. Another throw will come in. Is it time for the subs? You'd think another extra minute added on for the celebrations. Probably 5 to go. In stoppage time here. First chance to see Tony this tournament. A rare side of Marcus Rashford. John Stones makes way. Tony with a message for Bellingham. Spence makes way as well. What a game he's had. That might be for nothing here. Marcus Rashford knows a thing or two about big goals. So does Jude Bellingham. Ivan Toney's a bagsman. Konsa to whip the ball in. Poor delivery. Gonzalez heads away again. And Argentina can just get out for the moment. A lot of pensive English fans watching on. Argentina have just made a habit of doing this, haven't they? They were so average first 45, but they've come good since conceding. And they've done that now repetitively. Egypt, Cabo Verde, Switzerland. Stoppage time goals, extra time goals coming from behind. You almost want Argentina to score first, which is a rare thing to say. Pickford can launch England forward. Dan Burn. Couldn't redirect it into the right spot. Konsa. Rodgers. Pickford again. We'll continue to look for the big fella. Dan Burn. Now Martinez has gone down as well. Long by Emi Martinez, just searches for touch. Does this one have another twist in its tail? There's another chapter to write. Do England have something else up their sleeve? The time is quickly dwindling away. DePaul can only find Mark Gahey, Harry Kane. Gave it away. Big mistake. Possession changes hands again. Argentina throw. England probably have one or two chances in them now. Tony, Otamendi over top of him. Anderson. Rashford, twisting, turning. Trying to get past Montiel. Rashford. Hooked away by Cuti Romero. Messi. This is the guy you want in this situation. Anderson battling in there. Bellingham as well. Messi fouled. It's all heating up in here. Oh. This has got to be now the last knockings. Probably 20 seconds maximum left here. Argentina will have another trip to a World Cup final. A chance to go back-to-back for them. And it will be the fairy tale story for Barcelona fans of Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi. Unless a Real Madrid legend in Jude Bellingham can try and have a say late on here. And it is very late on now. We're in borrowed time. Oh, but England have given it away. Messi away from trouble. He's searching for the corner flag now. Anderson long. Towards Dan Burn, who's up top. Trying to chase down this loose ball. Martinez sends that ball forward. Elliot Anderson again's there. England come forward. Long ball, Dan Burn up there. Enzo Fernandez gets rid of it. Argentina want the whistle, but they got to know the celebration took a good minute. We're approaching the 11th minute of stoppages from 9. We had added on. Konza back to Pickford. This is the last dance here for England. Pickford launches it. Dan Burns up there. Martinez spills it. And a free kick given Martinez's way. And that's what they were wanting. Lautaro Martinez, he might be the winner. He should be the winner here. And that is full time. Argentina have done it again. Unbelievable. From the brink, Anthony Gordon scored the goal for England on the 55th minute. From there, they looked home. They were riding their luck. But it was an equaliser from Enzo Fernandez from outside the box in the 85th minute. And then an absolutely beautiful delivery from Messi for Lautaro Martinez to head home in the 92nd minute. And the magic of Messi and the awesome Argentina, they just find a way. They've got it done again. 2-1, another comeback victory. And they booked their tickets in New York, New Jersey to face off against Spain on Sunday. The emotions were high throughout. In the end, though, Argentina's quality came to the forefront at the end. England gave it everything. But again, they fall short in a semi-final. Emi Martinez, he can't believe it. He's in tears. This Argentinian side, they continue to defy all sorts of reality. England, I thought, were home. I thought they had it. These fans can't believe it. But when it matters most, when they trailed, when they have to find a way, they always do. And they book an amazing matchup for Leo Messi to face off against his almost next generation in Lamine Yamal. Two 2-1 on the day. Argentina will go through to face off against Spain in a mouth-watering final in New York. England bow out again at the semi-final stage. A repeat of 2018. What a game. What few moments. A moment for England. For Elliot Anderson, he was superb today. For Jed Spence, it was fantastic. The fight of Kane and Bellingham comes to an end. And it just feels like if you've worn a Real Madrid jersey this season, things just don't go your way. Mbappe and Bellingham fall out at the last hurdle. So Messi and Argentina go again to a World Cup final. Beckham stands there almost in disbelief. English fans, I don't know, I feel for you. It is a very, very difficult moment to fathom. England had it. Argentina nicked it off them. 2-1, the final score here. Argentina and England.